For many of us, elephants have traditionally been a source of entertainment, of spectacle. But these majestic creatures are a reminder of a long-lost time, and by studying their ancestors, we can learn a lot about our own past. Before elephants, there were mammoths, there were mastodons, there was Jack.
We found out about it in the education department because the paleontology called us. And so they wanted to do this cool thing with teachers, and they said, is there somebody on your staff that could come out and kind of work as a liaison and participate with us, but really bring it to the teachers? If it weren't for the paleontology wanting to reach out to education, we probably wouldn't have been involved with it.
At our sites, there is a demand for workers. There's work that needs to be done. I can shovel a lot, I can shovel all day, but one person shoveling all day isn't going to do it. Our usual volunteers, our usual helpers, are students at the university. In the case of this Mayville excavation, we had a different idea, and it arose out of discussions with the Fowler Center with the idea that we could invite teachers from the local school system. Initially, we didn't care whether they were high school teachers, middle school teachers, elementary school teachers. What we wanted was, we wanted people that were interested in the experience and that were in a position to share their own experiences and their own excitement with what they had learned with not just this year's class, but next year's class and the year after that and the year after that. Our hope is that those people will be sort of their own nuclei of knowledge and enthusiasm that will spread to, let's say, a whole generation of school kids in that area.
It is a major goal of Dr. Fisher's as well as the universities that we get the community involved, we do citizen science, and we're really trying to engage the public in science. So this was just that absolute perfect moment. You have this great opportunity at the camp where they wanted to engage teachers as well and to have the community be a part of that. And then to have him say he wanted it, it just was that perfect moment.
I think it's important for the Fowler Center to support the community in this case, and vice versa. It's important for the community to support us. But part of our mission is learning by doing, and we thought that that was a great collaborative effort to get the teachers involved, get the community involved, and we are constantly asking the community, for assistance, whether it's volunteering at the Fowler Center for cleanup days, funding sources for us. So this was a time for us to give back, open up the Fowler Center, let people come in and see what we found.
We often talk about ripple effects, and here at the museum we do a lot of counting. How many people came to see it? How many people experienced it out at the Fowler Center and actually came out and sat on the hay bales and watched everybody dig it up? And that's generally what people think about when they think about ripple. They think, oh, all these people saw it, and all these people were engaged. That's great, and that's a huge piece of what we like to do, but the real ripple, I think, happens in the classroom. You find one or two kids that will truly become changed by the experience, and those students go on to be the next Dr. Fishers. Kids are just such natural scientists. I never had to convince a kid to take science. They loved it. Sometimes it is just a spark. It's just something they saw or something they heard, and they're being exposed. And for so many students, if they aren't exposed to things, they are just missing out on so many opportunities for themselves. They don't know what's going to trigger them. So places like the museum, to really see these things, people really do connect with the past here. That's magical.
Next on Jack.
Science isn't about just sort of making some pronouncement from your ivory tower about how the world works. It's about going out and getting dirty and figuring out from direct observation, direct experiment, how the world works.